Well, hey everybody, welcome to another quick fix with Chad. Today I am revamping this fireplace in 3 easy steps and very easy to do. The first step is the original brick is going to be overlaid with a whitewash. We're going to replace this mantle with another mantle. Not one I built, I had it pre-ordered, pre-made, and it's just going to be easier to install. I paid a little bit more for it, but I'm not the greatest carpenter, so know your limitations. Third of all, we're going to put in an accent to this fireplace, so that'll be a surprise later on in the video. So first off, I'm going to remove this. We'll have the painters in to do the whitewash. Now that's something you can do yourself. However, the painters are already going to be in here. They're going to be doing some retexturing and repainting this entire house. So I just had them do that, and then I don't have to worry about it. So anyways, hey, if you have any questions, please comment below. Otherwise, enjoy it. Okay everybody, we're back. As I mentioned before, we were going to have the painters do a whitewash on this. However, with the color of the existing brick, it just didn't work out very well. So I decided on just an eggshell white, which I'm glad we did. And then the hearth and then the back of the fireplace was kind of a dark gray, which matches the trim that we just had painted as well. The next step is the mantle, and I had this custom made through Rustica Hardware. If you're not familiar with Rustica Hardware, I'd suggest checking them out. The reason why I had it custom made, there's a couple of reasons. One is I'm not a very good carpenter, so please know your limitations. Second of all, I wanted something that was hollow. And the reason is as this sits up on top of the fireplace here, I wanted to give the new owners an option to, if they wanted to run wiring with a TV or such, that they could run it through this hollow space to hide wires. Nice clean look, right? With the mantle comes this cleat. This is what the mantle will be actually anchored to. So this is going to anchor to the fireplace, and then there's a cleat, mounting cleat on the back of this as well. And so this mantle sits on top of that, and it's a fairly simple process. However, this is going over bricks, so I've got to use some, a specialized masonry bit, and then some masonry anchors. That's the next step. Enjoy. All right, there you go. The mantle has been placed up on the cleat. There's one final step. There are four pre-drilled holes, which you will sink the screws that come with it, if you like, into the back here, into the cleats. And that's gonna suck it in and make it more stable. So.
All right, there you go. It's ready to rock and roll. Just have a little bit of detail on the bottom here. There's a slight gap, but that'll make it for easier to pull on and off for the new owner if they like. Okay, the next detail and final detail for this fireplace is we are going to attach or add these barn doors to the front here. Again, I purchased these through Rustic Hardware. Things are a little pricey there, but the quality is exceptional. So anyways, little tip here is your rollers. You want to attach these to your door first, whether it's a large barn door or a small one. The first hole at the top is going to come down 1.5 inches, and that's going to give you enough room to for your rollers to go on top of the track. Next thing you want to do, as far as save you some time, is after you attach the roller, to determine how high the top of the track is going to go. You're going to measure from the bottom of the door to the bottom of the roller. That's going to be the top of your track. So I'm going to attach the track to the brick, and we will be done. All right, so I've got the holes drilled, I've got the anchors put in, and the last step is to hang the rail. If you order your barn door railing system, they typically come these spacers that go in behind the railing to push it out from the wall or whatever. It's just a solid piece. I knew that I had an uneven surface I was gonna have to deal with because of the brick. So I ordered these adjustable. They're plastic, but they're gonna serve a good purpose to get that railing nice and straight so those doors can open and close smoothly. So keep that in mind if you're working with an uneven surface, or if you have just an unusual situation, these spacers that are adjustable work really good. So anyways, that's the next step. All right, hey, we're finished. The final detail is done with the barn doors. Again, this is just for looks. It's nice, you can kind of close this up and I don't know, just nice little accent. If somebody chooses to use the fireplace, they can obviously pull those doors off fairly easy. A couple final details that I have to run the track system along the bottom to keep the doors from flapping around. And then we've got a couple stoppers up here to keep the doors from falling off. If you have any questions regarding this little project, please shoot me a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.